Saberforge released 3 new Youngling Sabers. They're called Youngling Saber 2, Youngling Saber 3, and Youngling Saber 4. In addition, Saberforge has renamed their first Youngling Saber, and it's now called Youngling Saber 1. So presumably, I don't know, if Saberforge continues to add more Youngling Sabers, they will follow this naming convention, I guess. And anyway, who knows? So how these are different from the existing Youngling Saber. So the very first Youngling Saber is a very basic design. It's a YDD saber. Now these 3 kind of new sabers, they have kind of a nicer shell to them. The hilt design is a little fancier. You know, you even have a leather wrap on at least one of them, if not more. So it's definitely more interesting hilt design. They're still kind of somewhat small sabers, so they're about 10 inches long, little variation based on the hilt model, and they're 1.25 inches in diameter. But that diameter and kind of that length and that overall size of the hilt is pretty good for kids. You know, it's just a very, I don't know, convenient size, a little easier for kids to manage. So there's benefit there. Now it does use a 5-watt LED, and they all have an in-hilt recharge with a USB charger. So, you know, that's kind of a nice feature there. They all come with a 32-inch blade, and this blade is 7/8 inch in diameter. It's kind of a thin-walled blade, so definitely not for heavy dueling. But that's kind of what's included there. And you can also upgrade or, well, add on a blade plug for an additional $5. So the Saber has one sound font, and it also has features like the lockup function and a mute function. So that's kind of nice. Now keep in mind, as with the existing Youngling Saber, none of these new Youngling Sabers are manufactured by Saberforge. So it has a 90-day limited warranty. It doesn't qualify for the full Saberforge warranty. And it's different. Just keep in mind, you know, the quality is, well, it's lower, you guys. I mean, these are some of the lowest price lightsabers that Saberforge sells. And, you know, it's nice. You get a sound saber for under $100, but it is a very low-end sound saber. It could be an all-right kind of entry-level saber for somebody, or, you know, for a kid. It is a metal hilt, all that, but, you know, even down to the sound font, it's not a Saberforge sound font, so just keep that in mind. Now, these new Youngling Sabers, they're available on the Saberforge website. They haven't been added to the Saberforge Etsy store yet. Maybe they will be in the future. Saberforge Etsy store does have the very first Youngling Saber, though, if you want to check that out. But at any rate, it's kind of interesting to see the release of these new designs. It appears to be kind of, I don't know, the same base saber, maybe underneath the shell of the hilt, but it is nice to see some new kind of more interesting designs than the very kind of basic utilitarian, almost, I don't know, original Youngling Saber. So feel free to check those out. I'll link to them below, the 3 new Youngling Sabers from Saberforge.